Hello, my name is Greg Starbuck. I'm a licensed therapist here in California, and I do topics of interest that I think and have experienced is of interest over the years. Just 5, 7, 8, 9 minute, uh, uh, some short, a little bit longer sometimes. Uh, Topics that may affect you in your daily life. Now, these are not topics that are not shared by non Christians. I'm a Christian and I work primarily with Christians, adults. Uh, but they're topics that we can look at, I think, from a Christian perspective and gives us a little bit of edge, to do a little bit better in our daily walk. Now, the topic for today, let me preface a little bit. These are pretty much for education, information, and maybe a little bit of entertainment. And the idea is that you kind of just interact with it for a little bit. They're not designed to be therapeutic in nature. If you have a particular issue or struggle, you'd want to contact somebody professionally and do some work with them, would be my recommendation, right? And our topic for today is called precipitating events. What the heck is that, right? Well, anyway, a before event. What precipitated you coming to therapy, right? So that's one of the things that I talk about when I work with somebody. I'll go, well, what brought you in? And they give me an explanation, and I'll give you one example. Uh, uh, what brought you in today? Oh, my daughter. I want you to see my daughter. Okay. We do all the paperwork and all the things that you do. This was when I had my office before I started going online. And well, I have how old? 14. And well, tell me a little bit about what you're concerned about. Well, I think that and she began to give this dialogue that reflected maybe some abuse or something happened sexually inappropriately or something, and she was very worried about her daughter. And I said, okay, I'll be glad to meet with her. And so I met with the daughter, very pleasant girl, smart, emotionally balanced, and we had a nice session and went real well. And after the session, I said, I'm not sure I'm seeing anything yet, but sometimes it takes a couple of sessions for things to start surfacing a little bit. So I said, we'll meet again. And so we met again in the next week, and I'm talking with the daughter, and we're interacting and having a good session. And she talks about an event that occurs, and it sounds like the one that maybe mom is concerned about. But she's not indicating any trauma from it. I mean, she sounds like she managed it quite well. It wasn't major, it was minor, and she seemed to manage it well. Didn't see any signs or symptoms of anything else. And I said, okay, great, And so I talked to mom. I said, making progress, and I think we'll have some answer by our next session. And so we met the third session. This is the third week, and the daughter comes in, and I said, well, how are we doing? She goes, I'm doing good, but my mom's not doing real good. And I said, okay, I think I understand. Tell you what, why don't I meet with your mom for a little bit, right? It sounds like you're doing okay, but let's just talk to mom. She's a good mom. She want to make sure everything's okay. And she said, yeah, I know. And so I brought mom in, and I asked her. I said, well, tell me this. I said, your daughter's 14. I think she's doing fine. Tell me a little bit, what was going on in your life at 14? It was just dead silence. I mean, you could hear traffic going by somewhere out on the road. It was so quiet, and she just started to weep. She had some terrible experiences as a youngster, and a very traumatic one at age 14. So we began to dialogue about that, and I saw her then I started seeing the mom, and it took us quite a few sessions to begin to work through some of this stuff that had been buried a long time. But the precipitating event here, right? That's what we're talking about. Precipitating event. That's the worst word I ever tried to work on. Well, you say it for me. Precipitating event was the daughter turning 14. Oh my gosh, right? Okay. So this is kind of what we look at and we try to gain some interest. Why now? Why are we doing therapy now? And that was our topic today, precipitating events. There, I got it. And it's one that's really very interesting to work with as a therapist, and enlightening for a client at times. Well, God bless, and I'll see you on the next topic. Okay.